I'm Jami DeLoe, and I'm joining HealthyPlace as co-author on Trauma, a PTSD blog. I'm excited to be able to add my voice to the talented group of bloggers who write for HealthyPlace. I'm passionate about PTSD recovery because it's something very near and dear to my heart. I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder myself about 4 years ago. I've also been diagnosed with chronic depression, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. PTSD isn't a disorder that affects only combat veterans. It can also affect anyone who has experienced a traumatic event, and it's estimated that 70% of adults in the U.S. have done just that. About 20% of those adults will go on to develop PTSD. That's almost 45 million people who are struggling with PTSD. So if you've been diagnosed with it, know that you're not alone. I'd like to share a little bit of my story so that you know where I'm coming from. I developed PTSD due to being raped as a teenager and suffering years of verbal, physical, and sexual abuse in my 20s and early 30s. I was undiagnosed until about 4 years ago. Like many people with an undiagnosed mental illness, I came to a point when I could no longer keep my symptoms under control, and I began to self-medicate with alcohol. It was only when my drinking was out of control and I sought help for that I finally received a diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder. Since then, I've been working hard on my recovery and figuring out the things that work best for me. Writing for Trauma, a PTSD blog, will allow me to share with you what I've learned about living and coping with PTSD. I'll talk about self-care, finding the right support, psychiatric care, and many other PTSD-related topics that I hope you'll find helpful and encouraging. For now, know this. PTSD doesn't have to be a life sentence. Some recover completely from it, but even those who don't can learn to live a life of ongoing recovery filled with happiness and joy, and you can too. Until next time, take care of yourself and remember that you're not alone.